name is Thomas Rowell. I'm a CPE. I'm an independent consultant. I've been working in the area of ergonomics for about 30 years now. I'm really excited this year to hear what my peers are working on, especially given the fact that we've been in this global pandemic. So I'm excited to hear about how people have pivoted to be able to continue to do good quality ergonomics work and still maintain social distancing in a way to protect themselves and protect their clients. So I'm really this year interested in hearing what people are up to. I mean, the content every year is fabulous. The keynote speakers are great. And I'm looking forward to all of that. Looking forward to seeing old friends, or hearing old friends, but I'm not going to be seeing too many of the old friends, but that's what I'm looking forward to this year. I think social distancing is the big challenge that ergonomists have had to face during the pandemic, because let's face it, as ergonomists, our job is to work with people, and it's so hard to work with people when you've got to be 6 feet, 10 feet away, or via a virtual connection. When we are out in the field working with people, we have to understand their job. We have to understand their capabilities, their limitations, and doing that remotely is just really tough. There's been a lot of people that have really made a tremendous shift to virtual ergonomics evaluations, and I think that's fabulous. And we've been using it now for years, but in my opinion, there really is no substitution for the in-person ergonomics evaluation, whether it be in an office or in an industrial setting. So I'm really looking forward to us being able to get back to a normal way of life where we can go out there, shake hands, be close to the person, and maybe even in a lot of cases, trade places with a person so we can better understand their work situation. And that gives us more of a true understanding where we can empathize, understand, and feel, and be able to solve their problems. So I think the social distancing aspect of the pandemic has been the biggest challenge for ergonomists. My first advice to people setting up an at-home workspace, an at-home work environment, would be to consult with their company. Many companies have adopted work-at-home policies. They have put things online. They have created collateral material to share with their employees. So I think that would be a number one place to start. The other thing that I would drive people to their company for is their companies have created, in some cases, stipends, and in other cases, reimbursement policies. And if the employee doesn't start with their own employer, how are they going to know those things? So my first place as a resource would be their employer. The second place for information regarding setting up a at-home workspace would be a good, reputable info source. There's a lot of stuff that has been published since the pandemic. You name an internet resource, and they have probably published some something or other on how to set up a work environment. Now, some of that information is great. Some of that, I roll my eyes back into the back of my head and think, oh, please don't do that. So one source that I think is great is the IISC website. There's got a coronavirus resource and response page, and you can click on that. You can scroll down the resources, and there's great information out there to look at. So I would send people to IISC. The third place I would recommend people go to is a good qualified ergonomist. There's a ton of us out there, and I would search for somebody that's credentialed. You want to get your information from a good, valid source. I wouldn't go to my brother-in-law or my neighbor who said, hey man, I read an article and I set up my home workspace. Because let's face it, they've got needs. Your needs might not match their needs. And that's what ergonomists do. We look at people's individual situations, we look at their capabilities, their limitations, and we customize the workspace to help them best meet their needs. So go find a good, qualified, credentialed ergonomist to help you out. A lot of us out there, and some of us might even be, in your town, in your neighborhood, We've got information on our websites that a lot of times is free, sometimes a nominal fee. You need an ergo eval. We're still here during the pandemic, and we're more than happy to help you out.